Hey guys, this is Jason with a low-level tanking guide. Now this guide will work with any class, even though I'm a warrior right here, it will work with any starting class in the game. So let's just go into the quick basics without going into crazy details, since we just want to make this as simple as possible. Now, for low-level tanking, since the new Vengeance buff, where you gain attack power from taking damage, aggro is not an issue. So you can there's no rotation almost. You can almost spam whatever buttons you want. But there are certain buttons you're going to want to spam. And those would be AoE attacks. So for example, on a warrior, cleave, thunderclap will be AoE attacks. On a bear druid, you want to use swipe. On a death knight, you want to use blood boil. On a paladin, you want to use hammer of the righteous, so on and so forth. So for your talent tree, I'm not going to go into the talent tree, but anywhere you see anything that looks like an AoE kind of buff, you want to take it. So for example, blood and thunder in the warrior talent tree gives Ren to all targets that get hit by thunderclap. So that's a big AoE boost, so I want to take that. So just look down your class's talent tree and take anything that looks like an AoE boost or a cooldown or an AoE attack. For example, like Shockwave is an AoE attack, and so you definitely want to take that. Or if you're just looking for cooldowns, Last Stand is a cooldown. Other talent trees are about the same. You can tell if it's a cooldown or not. So you want to take cooldown and AoE abilities. Now, as far as glyphs, now my auction house is overpriced with the glyphs and crap, but you basically want to take any AoE boosting glyph. So for warriors, prop warriors, even though cleave is not actually like a normal ability you would use, but for low level warriors, you want to actually take glyph for cleaving because you'll hit another target with cleave. So that's a big AoE boost. You definitely want to take that. Now let me look for some other AoE talents here. Warriors don't really have that many AoEs. They're actually the lowest amount of AoEs. Resonating Power reduces the cost of Thunderclap, so you want to take that because obviously it's another AoE. So let's just get into the dungeons. Now that you understand that you want to spec into as much AoE damage, boost, etc. possible. So I'm going to go into a specific dungeon, and I'm just going to choose something really quick here. Alright, so now I'm going to hit up an instance. Now if you have heirlooms, this is going to be much easier for you. If you don't have heirlooms, that means you're just starting out with WoW and you don't have any extra gear. This is going to be a little bit harder for you to do. So basically what you want to do is, you want to pull fast. This is how you're going to level extremely fast. You want to pull as fast as possible and just spam your AoEs. So right now I'm going to use Thunderclap, Cleave, Shockwave. You just want to spam AoEs. And usually since your healer should be decent, you want to test if your healer is decent. So for the first couple of pulls, you don't want to pull too much. You want to see your healer's skill. But since I'm pretty over-leveled for this, it shouldn't be a problem for me. So you just want to keep pulling, but just watching the healer and what he's doing. This is how you're going to level the fastest. You don't want to pull one pack at a time. That's extremely slow, and I really hate when tanks do that at the low-level instances. Now, as you can see, I'm pulling extremely fast, pulling tons of mobs. I am a little bit over-leveled, just take note of that. But I'm still holding aggro with everything easily. So this actually works up until level 70. Once you get to Rapid Lich King, this isn't going to work as well because the mobs are slightly stronger. So you're going to be taking way too much damage to actually pull this many people. As you can see, I'm just spamming AoEs and pulling as many mobs as possible. Now if you're a Paladin, you want to be using Hammer of the Righteous because that's an awesome AoE, and Shield, etc. Like, you have tons of AoEs as a Paladin, it's ridiculous. As a Bear, it's going to be a little bit harder for you because you only have Swipe. So if you're just looking to AoE tank and level up quick, Bear Druids are probably the worst tanks for AoE leveling quick because they only have really Swipe, and I think they get Thrash at 81. That's pretty late. So as you can see right here, I just pulled all the mobs as quick as possible. And then we got a boss now, but the boss, pretty much you can use single target abilities. It almost doesn't matter on most of the low level bosses. I mean, as you can see right here, I'm just really spamming my keyboard, pressing whatever lights up first, and as you can see I have full aggro, all that good stuff. That's pretty much all there is to AoE tanking. So just remember, look at your class's talents and see what AoEs they have. Make sure you upgrade any AoE you possibly can upgrade. What else? What do you call it? Make sure when you're pulling, just test out your healer. Make sure your healer can actually handle what you're doing. And pretty much just pull as much as you're comfortable with. Now right now I'm actually extremely comfortable with lots of mobs because I've been tanking for such a long time, so it's pretty easy for me. And make sure to rotate your cooldowns. That's the last thing. So don't pop all your cooldowns at once, even if you're dying, because there's a good chance you don't need them all. So especially with warriors, since warriors have victory rush, I can actually gain HP while pulling tons of mobs. So that's pretty much it for this guide. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about any of the other tanking classes other than warriors, feel free to leave them in the description below. Because of course this is only from a warrior perspective, so if you need any other help, feel free to leave it below. So thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.